honey, I dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a...
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We are moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Cleveland. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
On second down, this is Harris. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's Harris, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second down now, it's Harris. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Martinez now from the gun on third down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And New York set to take the field.
Go now. 15, line it. 15 line. Big grip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they work this out past the 25. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Here we go. 18, Gator. Clear. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
60 or.
You can't get past me. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Second and 4. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Their 49-yard line.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still second down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Ready? 60 outlaw. I'm coming. Put up. Shoot.
He'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Throwing on 1st down. Martinez throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, it's Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, and they go back to Harris. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 8, read.
Martinez to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Martinez. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Martinez from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete as well. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet. They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. 2nd and 10. Johnson's got it complete.
70 Indians. Let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
94.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
8, read.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. There we go. Get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Check cross.
Ready. 2nd and 3. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw is Martinez. Looking to throw on second down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The dump-off gets him only one, and now you're looking at a 3rd down. Understandable we're going to see some of this first game of the year and a penalty.
Yeah, we are, and don't forget the emotion of it all as well. I mean, they've been building to this crescendo the entire offseason, so we maybe see some of this in the early part of the game.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Martinez. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 3rd down, Wilkerson. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Martinez off the play fake. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Martinez now, off play action. Got an open man, it's Foster. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Off play action. Martinez. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he thought he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. On 2nd down now, Wilkerson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Martinez to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On 4th down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
No, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Here's Martinez on 3rd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Ready, ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw is Martinez. Operating from the gun. It's brought in by Harris.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, Wilkerson. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Martinez going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Giants' 24-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Wilkerson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Martinez on 1st and 10. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. From 13 yards out as his guys are back within a single score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's 4th.
Let's go, let's go.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. It's caught. This is right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. New York set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. From 4 yards out. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Point after, right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Martinez now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the draw, it's Harris. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They'll run again with Harris, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Martinez. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Martinez off the play fake. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 6. He gets it complete to Harris. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From 8 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We got to step it up.
They're going to look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
Here we go. Get that ball. Ready.
They'll start the drive with Harris. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run again with Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Here's Martinez operating from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And the Giants send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Martinez. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Here's the Panthers punter now. He's been terrific so far. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where we talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got White here. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that run play. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 33-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
I have to believe that if you're the team trying to block a field goal, you don't mind this weather. All right, the rain probably is going to help you because so many things can go wrong for the guys trying to kick the ball. It's as simple as maybe you just lose your footing. You kind of spin out like a tire in the snow, not getting traction, and you create a space and someone comes through.
And I think for everybody, snapper, holder, kicker, everything slows down maybe a fraction of a second. And a fraction of a second and a field goal try, that can be all the difference.
I love how you described that. Everything slows down, but it's a deliberate slowdown, isn't it? Yeah. Because everyone's trying to be more careful and more deliberate to make sure it's executed.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed In this weather, I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick, but to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that, the process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
We got 4.
2nd and 11. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. From the gun, Martinez. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case, I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ready?
They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll run on first down. Harris. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's another carry for Harris. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Martinez. That's complete right around the 8. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Giants now down by 10. At time, a huge factor. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. I got you. Now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Come on.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Now back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. And he rifles one incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch that end, tight end right. Tight end right.
2nd and 10. That's complete to White. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Panthers, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.